Somebody said in my comments that I look like JonTron. So I had to Google this guy. See who he was. He must be pretty handsome. Nice. Yo, what's up guys? Shujinkydink here. Welcome to a video all about Mortal Kombat 11. Oh my god, guys. Custom variations have been confirmed finally. Almost about 2 years after they originally promised them. Well, I guess they technically didn't promise them, but they said it's something they like to do. So I'm, like most people I think, I immediately went into my game and I started messing around with stuff. And I kind of wanted to show you what I have come up with as far as my custom things that I would use. Including a couple characters that I haven't really played before. So getting started with Cetrion, honestly, Force of Nature is probably just like my playstyle as it is. But I did change a couple things here, or maybe one thing. What I did keep was the boulder to delay, because I think the delay and cancel is super good. It throws off flawless blocks, and it recovers almost instantly. So it's really good for baiting teleports and that kind of thing. And then I have the rock wall. What? Stink with the rock wall. And I got the teleport, because that's just stupid. It's too good not to use, especially if I'm zoning. If I was starting to corner myself, bam, I'm out of there. I'm on this side now. I lose the Shattering Boulder, but I mean, I get the Rock Wall, and I have this, and I have my Earthquake. So, I mean, life is good in Cetrion Town. I'm throwing boulders, I'm holding my own boulders. Demonetized. So that would be my Cetrion variation. If I were to change things, I think Force of Nature is probably still going to be like my sweaty variation that I go to. But yeah, that's my Cetrions. So then I have my Barakas. My Baraka, I kept the gutted move because it's super fun. And I added in the War Banner charge. Because I just love how trolly this move is. It's so funny. And he plants the freaking... Or he could hold it, stand here, look at that handsome man. He's after you with his banner though. I remember I totally forgot about this move, and then Hater reminded me of it. About accidentally getting it in the beta, but now they made it so you have to plant the flag down and then you have to input it. So, and of course it has armor the whole way through. He's sitting there holding it. Armor. Such a Baraka type move, and that would be just for fun. I think I mean I play Baraka for fun. I'm not serious. I never play him in like tournament sets perhaps. So maybe sometimes against Jade just because it's a better option than Cetrion, I guess. But yeah, so that move is something I'm excited to see if they make any changes to it, actually, you know? Maybe have him hold it longer, because, like, he can sit there. I mean, Baraka's a patient dude. Like, he's just sitting there. He's flexing his muscles. You're like, what is he doing? Oh, and then he comes at you. So it'll be interesting to see if they change that move at all. It's currently minus 13 on block. It has a fairly decent hit advantage. I can't remember what it is off the bat. 19 hit advantage. So, I don't know, I think it could be useful, but it certainly is fun, that's for sure. So let's move on to two other characters that you have seen me dabble with. Welcome to Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung. This is my Shang Tsung variation. Of course, we have this thing right here, because that is just screams dink all over it. Look at that. Look at that. That'll actually combo in projectiles if you do it correctly. Look at this. 3 hits, 170 damage, and it's a restand. Oh, baby. And look at this, you can put it in front of him. Be like, don't pass, don't pass. I'm just gonna sit here and zone. I'm gonna sit here and zone. Oh, now you take more damage. Bam, there you go. Or if you really want to be dirty, you could do this. And we're gonna amplify it. It's slowly going towards you. Oh, too bad, now you take more damage. Unless you're full screen, you're eating that thing. So, this variation just looks so fun to me, man. I'm super stoked. And then you got the corpse drop animation. And I can do combos of up to about 400 and something damage with 1 bar. Like let's see what I can do here. $406 damage. Like when it says you take more damage, you take more damage, because that's almost 100 more damage than without the buff. So super stoked on this variation. Assuming everything stays the same, I doubt it will, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Going on to Kitana. Not really something I would probably play competitively, but for something a little bit different that I thought was really cool. I really like the idea of this move right there. Specifically the size. I don't really care too much about this dive bomb thing she does, because like it's basically the same as a Denian twist or the butt bash, just in kind of a fancier way. But I really like this idea of throwing those mids out. The unfortunate thing about this move right now, it takes 2 slots, and everything is like super unsafe. Like everything you do is like minus 28. All 3 of these options just are, you can sometimes get like the close one to be like -14, I think. I got it there, but that could be something that, because it takes 2 slots, might be a move that they're actually really working on changing and coming up with some different ideas for. But I think the idea of this thing in total looks really fun and has a lot of potential. And has nothing to do with my love of zoning, that, you know, she's throwing out these size like they're freaking popcorn or whatever people say. I don't know what people say. I don't talk to people. 2020, man. I stay in my house. So anyways, yeah. And then I added the fan NATO to this variation just to kind of, you know, make, I don't know, spice it up a bit. Damn, there you go. Even though like straight fan would do more damage, but again, maybe they'll change it. I like the idea of this move. And because it's so expensive, I'm wondering if they'll maybe take that down to 1 bar or adjust the move altogether. So these are the things that so many up in the airs when it comes to this, because we don't know what changes they're making. It would be nice if they released the patch notes before the patch drop, but I don't think historically they've ever done that, so we're kind of just left to guess on what we're doing here. So yeah, that's it. So now I'm going to show you 2 characters that I'm kind of interested in playing now that these custom variations come on that you probably haven't seen me touch before. Alright, here we go. We got Scarlet and we got Robocop, 2 that I guess Robocop I have played around with a little bit, but Scarlet I haven't really played. So for Scarlet I got this little ball thing, because if you go into it you can't use any meter at all, so you're kind of placing it down, similar to kind of how Shang Tsung was working. As kind of like a deterrent to keep them from trying to avoid that area. And you can do things like throw out your blood ball, and then I also gave her this damage buff. I'm big on buffs, and there's just so much mind games to go with it, right? And then so you got this little ball down, you know, you're throwing your blood ball while they're waiting, there's your buff, you know, and then you're doing this, more blood balls, doing that. And then retribution. One more thing as well. So again, she's just kind of a keep away machine here, man. You know, she's got all sorts of stuff to work with. I love the idea, like, the buff, although it is a bit of a slower startup, you know, you got lots of ways, and of course you have this on the ground to deter them from trying to just run right up on you. So, I don't know, it just looked like a lot of fun to me when I was putting it all together, and I was like, baby. And last but certainly not least is young Robocop. So in my variation I gave him the Chevelle trap. And you kind of want to keep him around here, because I also gave him the little ricochet off the screen, which I think is really cool, breaking the 3rd wall kind of deal, you know? And then of course the low shot. So you got all this, he's going to be throwing that out to kind of deter you. Same kind of idea with Scarlet, the traps. And if you get someone like in the right spot, like just freaking, like right there, that will melt their life away, man. It is going away. It's going straight away. So yeah. Pretty dope. I'm pretty stoked for all this new. This is the most excited I've been for Mortal Kombat 11 in a long time. It needed a shakeup. This is what they did. Some of the things having flawless block gaps, like increasing those gaps, they didn't increase it marginally from what I understand. It went from a 5 frame to a 6 frame, unless I'm misunderstanding stuff. But I do think that there's going to be some really nice changes. The short hops beating the pokes, not really the way that I would have went around it, but I mean, hey, let's see how it works. They did say they were changing the frame data on a lot of the pokes, so hopefully a lot of them are a little bit more negative to kind of discourage more poking, more like -6, -7 kind of an idea, just so it's not so much poke and throw, you know? But we'll see. Maybe they tone down the crushing blows. There's so much stuff that they could do or could not do, I guess. I don't know. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let me know in the comments what your custom variations will be. I, of course, will like and love, because you could do that, the ones that I like the most. So. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, because it really helps me out, and subscribe if you haven't, because we make new videos almost every single day. #Bonehawks and all that stuff, and we'll see all you guys in the next video.